girlies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I post super cool hair videos every single Friday, so be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post. Today I'm going to show you how to do this 4-strand braid, which is really similar to a typical 3-strand braid, just with an extra strand added in. I'm going to show you guys 2 different methods that you can use to do a 4-strand braid. Both of these will achieve the same exact look and style at the end, but they are 2 different ways of thinking about how you're braiding the 4 different strands, because an extra strand adds a layer of complication to the braid. So you'll probably find that one is easier for you to visualize and understand. So I recommend watching both and then trying whichever one makes more sense to you. So to start, we are going to have to divide this hair into 4 sections. So I recommend dividing it in half and then half again to get your 4 equal sections. We do want these sections to be pretty equal, because if they're not, it normally causes one side of the braid to pull in more than the other. So now we have our 4 strands. In method 1, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking the outside strands and weaving them through the other strands. So we're going to start with this leftmost section. We're going to go over section 2, under section 3, and then over section 4. And now it's this side's turn. The last stitch of this one was actually the start of this one, because if we took this and weaved it back, it would just be this strand weaving back and forth. So we just took a strand from the left side, and now it's time to take a strand from the right side, which we've already started. So this one now went under the rightmost strand, so now it's going to go over, and now it's going to go under. And so now we can see again, now that we're back on the left side, we're going to take a strand from the left side. The leftmost strand is the one that we just finished, so we can't use this one because we'd be weaving it back and forth. So we're going to go to the next one this was on the outside, and we've already completed its first stitch, which we can see was the same as the last stitch of this right strand. So it went over, so now it's going to go under and over. And so we can see our braid beginning to form, and we're going to do the same thing. We just took the strand over the rightmost strand, which means now we're going to take that strand, and it just went under, so now we're going to take it over and under. And you're going to keep doing this as far down as you want, and then you can tie off the braid. And there we have the finished 4-strand braid using our first method. I personally find method 2 to be a lot easier to understand. If you're confused watching method 1, method 2 might make a lot more sense to you. Again, we're going to start by dividing the hair in half, and then in half again, to get our 4 equal sections. And now that we have our equal sections, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a normal 3-strand braid. We're just going to be adding a little twist to it. So here we have 4 strands. But if we just look at our left 3, if we ignore this right strand, I'm going to drop it down. Now we have a 3-strand braid, and we can do that. So I'm going to complete the first stitch of what would be a 3-strand braid. I'm going to take this, I'm going to cross the left one over, and I'm going to cross the right one over. I'm going to pick up this right strand back up, and so now we used the 3 left strands to make a braid. Now we're going to use the 3 right strands to make a braid. So I'm going to actually drop this. This side is going to be a Dutch braid. So instead of going over the middle strand, you're going to be going under the middle strand. So I'm going to take this right one over here, I'm going to go under the middle strand, I'm going to take the left one and go under the middle strand. And so now we've completed the first stitch on the right. We're going to go back and pick up this piece, and we're going to do the same thing. Now that we've established what we're doing, I'm going to keep holding all the strands. Now it's these 3 strands' turn to make a braid. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cross it over the middle. I'm going to take this left side and cross it over the middle. And now once again we're doing the right 3. So I'm going to take my rightmost section, I'm going to cross it under the middle, and I'm going to take the left one and cross it under the middle. And you can keep doing this all the way down until you want to tie off your braid. And so now that you've seen both methods, you can kind of see how what we're doing in each one is the same. Each hair is actually taking the same pathway, and we're achieving the same look. It's just that how we're going about it is a little bit different. And so now I'm at the bottom, I'm going to tie it off. And here we have our 4-strand braid using our second method.